just want everyone to know, like I said, I've known Jake since he's pretty much born.
Oh, yeah, you were in my dad's wedding party.
He looked like the Good Humor Ice Cream Man. He had a nice white tux on. He looked great, by the way, but we made fun of him a little bit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Drinking with Jacob. My name is Jacob Restituto, and I'm a musician from Northport, New York. Today, we're joined by a very special guest. He's been in the chiropractic industry for almost as long as I've been alive, and he's making people's lives better on the daily. You ready to get started?
Sure.
All right. Pick a number 1 through 4.
4.
All right.
Oh, we're drinking already?
We're drinking already.
Okay. It smells like beer.
All right. Cheers.
That would be a pumpkin ale.
Wow. Look at you. You're professional.
You didn't put the cinnamon.
I didn't give you a rim job?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say it like that, but yes.
You can take that out. It is Shipyard Pumpkinhead.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Pumpkin ale. I
This
love
is
that.
a good one.
Cheers
Yeah.
again. I'm going to
Cheers
finish
again.
this right
Absolutely. So welcome to the show.
It's great to be here.
Tell the internet who you are. Introduce yourself.
My name is John Pajero. I am a chiropractor for 23 years now. Our office is in Sayville on Main Street, Pajero Family Chiropractic. I'm the co-owner with my lovely wife, Gabrielle Pajero, Dr. Gabrielle. She's in the studio over here. We help people keep their spines nice and healthy, keep their nervous system functioning properly so you can be the best person you can be. It's an awesome job.
Very cool. How did you get involved? Like, how did you...
I had an experience with a chiropractor. I would always get bronchitis every change in season, twice a year. I'd get a barking cough. If anyone had bronchitis, you know that you cough for about 2 weeks, and it's just horrible. And I was at a place with a friend of mine, and she told me, you need to see my chiropractor for that cough. And I look at it like, what the heck can a chiropractor do for a cough? But she talked me into going, convinced me, and I ended up going. And for the first time in my life, since I'm probably 5 years old, I only coughed for like 3 or 4 days. And that was back in I believe it was 91. And since then, I've been getting adjusted, and I have not had bronchitis since that point. So that was enough for me to kind of look into this profession and see what it was really about, and it turned my life around.
So that's really interesting because I have a very similar experience. I hurt my back really bad running and playing the guitar. So right back, on, like where this would be on my back, this section right there, from always hunching over and giving guitar lessons and playing all the guitar, and then running, right. Distance running. I had really hurt that area of my back. Right. So, it hurt so much that it hurt to breathe, So I was like, I need help, right? So I went to this chiropractor right by me, and he put me on this adjustment plan, right. And first of all, he really helped that, but more so, the more interesting part is similar to your story is that every month, like clockwork, I would get this sore throat, a little runny nose, a stuffy nose. And since I started going, maybe after like 3 or 4 months after going, I haven't gotten it, and I can't tell you the last time I've been sick.
And that's the great thing we love to hear, me and my wife. It's everyone thinks it's musculoskeletal, but it's actually organic. It can affect your nerves. The nerves affect all the organs in your body, every tissue in the body. So you get that nervous system working better, you become the healthier Jake you are. I become the healthier John I am. And we have a big pediatric practice, which my wife will talk about in a little while, but it's fantastic taking care of families.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've noticed the difference. I was kind of, it's always like, it sounds like it's hocus pocus stuff, but it really makes it really works.
It does. And once people find out about chiropractic, they once they find a good chiropractor that they love and trust, they stick with them for life.
Sure.
So, and that's what we've seen families, I've seen kids being born. Now they're having kids, and we're taking care of their kids, so it's pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool. All right, ready for the second drink?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, do you want to finish that, or do you want to?
I sure do. It's good stuff. Let's do 1.
All right. I have not tried this one. I got a little more to do. So this has an interesting story. I've mentioned in a couple episodes, a friend of mine...
I'm not looking.
Oh, you're good. A friend of mine did work at somebody's house, and he had stopped drinking in like the 60s or 70s, but still held on to all his alcohol. And now he just gave it to my friend. So I give you a little hint. It is alcohol.
Okay.
But it's from the 60s and 70s.
Oh boy.
All right, so
I'm gonna need an Uber to get home, I think.
Yeah, take a sniff. Cheers.
Oh boy.
Oh wow, that smells like nail polish.
It sounds like
remover.
Is that a scotch or something? Should I taste?
Yeah, taste it. Oh, it's super sweet.
It is sweet.
Very sugary.
I would say a scotch.
No, I could guess. You can take that off. It is Drambuie. I mean, this packaging looks like it was.
So that bottle's from the 60s?
Apparently.
Okay.
I don't know how true it is, but I have no way to fact check it. Yeah, it's making me a little phlegmy. What does a typical appointment look like? So when somebody makes an appointment, their first appointment, what does it typically look like for you guys?
On the first visit, what we do is we do a consultation. So we want to find out the health history of a patient. So that's always for free. We always offer that for free. Once we get through that, we educate them a little bit on chiropractic. And chiropractors take care of a condition of spine. It's called the subluxation. And what that is when the bones in the spine go out of alignment, they compress a nerve. So wherever that particular nerve is leading to, that part of the body won't function at 100%. And I tell patients, maybe they're working at 90%, maybe they're working at 30%. It doesn't matter what the number is. If you adjust that spine into a better alignment, it takes pressure off the nerves, and that part of the body functions better. After the consultation, we bring them back to an exam room, and we do 2 computerized scans. One's called thermography. It's going to let us know if there's any inflammation throughout the spine. The second scan is called a surface EMG, an electromyograph, and that tells us about any muscle spasm happening between the spine, along the spine. And both those things correlate with subluxation in the spine, depending where it is happening. So,
wow.
And then we do an evaluation. We do orthopedic tests, we do posture analysis, we palpate the spine. So it's pretty thorough.
Should I adjust my posture?
Yeah.
Very cool. You get them on a plan. Typically, I would assume like the first couple of weeks, they see you a little more frequently than
generally
after.
It's 2 to 3 times a week for X amount of weeks. Then we usually start off with a 2 to 3 month care plan, and that's a real good idea to see how far we're going to get you.
And then what does a maintenance plan look like? Is it once a week? Is it
I like maintenance to be at least once a week.
Okay.
I get adjusted once a week. My kids, my wife, we all get adjusted at least once a week. But if you're not feeling well, sometimes you can get a cold or you tweak something, maybe another time or 2 a week. But then we get right back down to once a week.
How does when you have a cold, how does getting an adjustment affect you?
Again, we're just correcting any subluxations, taking pressure off nerves, because that'll help your immune system work better, your lungs function better, your whole body function better. It just gets you through the sickness quicker.
Very cool.
Yep.
Ready for the drink?
Let's do this.
We're flying through it. All right, pick another number.
Let's go with 2.
All right. Do you want
to finish
your drink?
Does it really matter the numbers?
No, I just All right. So you picked your number.
Mm-hmm. I don't hear a fizz.
What?
I don't hear a fizz.
No fizz on this one. Hold on one sec. Okay, take a sniff. What do you think?
Oof. What the hell is that?
All right,
I'm going to sniff it again, okay?
Seriously. All right.
Oh, jeez. Oof. What the hell is that? I got to drink this?
I'm drinking everything with you.
Here we go. Oh, good God. Oh, you know what? That tastes like a bouillon or something.
You can take that off.
What is it?
It's collagen beef broth. But I tried tricking you up. I gave you a little chives. The first sniff was you just sniffed the chives.
Yeah,
I was trying to throw you off.
Go from alcohol to...
well, you gotta keep the people interested, right?
Yeah, you got me on my toes, that's for sure.
So you mentioned a very interesting part of your career is that you work with your wife.
Yes.
How long have you guys been working together?
21 years. And a lot of people say, how can you work with your wife? And we love working together. We actually have a great time. It's a lot of fun. We kind of banter back and forth from room to room. It's just, we always have a lot of fun. But, once we had kids, which are, by the way, 14 and 15 years old now, one of us is always home for the kids now. So we don't work together as much.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But it's great. I love working with my wife. We both have the same ideals, everything, just to... well-oiled machine.
Very cool. Yeah. How many patients do you guys see a week?
We see quite a few. We see between 350 and 400 a week.
It's a lot of people.
And a lot of people say, well, how can you do that? Well, adjustments don't take very long. An adjustment can take 5 minutes, but, it depends if you do some traction or trigger points, then that takes more time than that.
Very cool. Can you do a seated adjustment?
Of course.
Want to do a seated adjustment?
You want me to?
Yeah, why not?
You want to get checked?
This way I don't have to go to my chiropractor.
That sounds good.
Where do I go now? Do I sit right here?
Right now. So,
all right.
Do a little palpation here.
So what are you testing?
I'm checking for movement. I'm checking muscle tone. They call the spring in the joint. When was the last time you were checked?
Last Monday. So about a week and a half.
The atlas is the top bone in the spine. Probably the most important bone If I only had one bone in the spine I could ever check and adjust, I would always check your atlas. So you're a little bit out here. Let this drop. I got you, nice and easy.
Oh, yeah, there it was.
Now, a lot of people equate that noise that you just heard as a clicker.
So you only go that one way? You don't go the other way?
I only have one out, which is on that side. The left side, the right side of your neck actually feels very good. So, but I want to make sure I tell people the noise you just heard, that's just a gas that's released from the joint. You know, it's like if you click your knuckles, that's gas that's released. So I don't want people to equate that to anything else.
As opposed to what? What would people equate it to?
Well, some people have heard, oh, you crack your neck, you this and that. No, that's not what happens. You move the joint, it releases a gas, and that's all it is. You know?
What's that gas called?
It's a nitrogen-based gas. It's from a joint, a synovial fluid, and in that fluid is gas that builds up. It's a nitrogen gas, and it's released when you what's called cavitated joint and move a joint very quickly.
Oh, interesting. Very cool.
Getting technical.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some smart people out there. How is that any different from me just cracking my neck like that?
There's a big difference. If you notice, I kind of leaned your head to the side. I rotated it up a little bit. You're working with the joint. When you see people doing this or that, that's bad because they're working against the joint. They're actually pushing those joints together, and that can be very bad. You got to work with the joint, not against it. If you have to do it, you pull the finger straight out.
Oh, really?
Because you're working with the joint again. Same thing with the spine, the back.
Now, is it a rumor or is it true that it causes that doing that causes arthritis? Like
arthritis?
Like cracking your knuckles and stuff?
Look, if you do it once here and there, it's not bad. But when you see people doing this all day long, 4, 5, 20 times a day, yes, you can definitely cause arthritis like that. Same thing when you see people doing this, and they're doing it 2, 3, 10 times a day. Yes, you can do that.
You ready for the fourth and final drink?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
You don't want to finish your college?
No, thanks. What the heck are you doing?
So just remember, I'm drinking everything with you, so you don't have to. No fear.
Are you really?
I am.
Because you could be telling me that.
You can watch. You can watch the film after. Looks like somebody relieving themselves.
Yeah, really?
Take a sniff.
Oh, still getting that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, that's very sweet.
It's super sweet.
That'll
cause diabetes.
Yeah. My pancreas like.
It's Cuban style margarita cocktail mix. There's no alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Super sweet. All right, so now we're at the segment called Joking with Jacob on Drinking with Jacob.
Right.
I'm gonna read you 10 dad jokes.
Oh, dad jokes, all right.
Yes, and if you last 10 dad jokes without laughing, you win an Amazon gift card.
Really?
You do. Yeah. What are you gonna
going for this?
You going for this? All right.
I have to look at you and not laugh. Well, that's hard in itself.
Well, touche. Today my son asked, "Can I have a bookmark?" And I burst into tears. 11 years old and he still doesn't know my name. It's Brian. You get it?
I get it.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
I bought some shoes from a drug dealer today. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day. Oh, you got 2 down. If a child refuses to sleep during a nap, are they guilty of resisting arrest? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. She made me laugh. Does that count? Yeah, whatever works, right? It saved me my money.
Oh, I wanted that Amazon card.
I'm sorry you did not win the card, but you know,
that's
it's
okay.
always
that's okay. My kids would be disappointed. Yeah.
Any final thoughts? Anything you want to put out there?
Well, I like to say, I have known you since you were born. Very proud of what you've done, what you've accomplished here. So,
thank you.
Great job.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot.
Awesome, man.
Go get your back checked.
Go get your spine checked.
Yeah, go get your spine checked.
A healthy spine is a healthy family that gets adjusted together is happier together.